Oh my goodness, guys, the head of house looks absolutely stunning, guys. Take a look.
Once you guys told us, wow, ooh, damn.
Wow,
Big brother, you outdid yourself. Big brother.
this is nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Betha, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Betha. I'm so glad to have you here. If you're watching my video for the very first time, you are most definitely welcome. Please make sure to hit on the subscribe button before you leave. Also, remember to give this video a thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it. Okay, and to my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Now let's get into the gist of the day. Guys, last night was all shades of interesting because there were just different activities here and there. But let's start off with a very obvious one, and that is the head of house lounge. Guys, initially we were thinking, oh, maybe Big Brother had shown the room, we did not get to see it and all of that, but Big Brother was actually waiting for a grand entrance. Okay, and Biggie actually started the diary sessions last night. The first pair he saw was NDI, followed by the Betha pair, and of course, last but not the least for yesterday, the Mbadiwe twins. And as per usual, Big Brother was just asking them, how has your stay been so far? How have you been warming up in Biggie's house? Who have you bonded with? Who are you creating a bond with? Blah blah blah. And there were just a lot of opinions here and there. For Chinwe of the NDI group, she kept on saying that Damilola was rude. She feels like she needs to tone it down. The fact that she's the one cooking does not mean she needs to be rude. Blah blah blah. She just kept on going on and on, complaining about Damilola and all of that. And then of course, Betha team, that's TJ and Ben, they got into the diary room as well. TJ had this pants on that it was just causing a lot of chaos on the internet. People were like, why would he enter the diary room with something like that? And he opened his leg wide like this. I'm like, TJ, why? Why? And of course, when they finished with their diary sessions as well, Big Brother was like, and oh, TJ, when next you're coming into the diary room, please put on some pants. That was so hilarious. It's that moment where you say drops mic. It was funny. And then, of course, last but not the least, she had invited in Mbadiwe twins, congratulated them. Of course, these three people Biggie saw yesterday were people that held titles in the house, custodians, immunity winners, and of course, head of house, right? So for the head of house, he congratulated them, also asked them the same questions, nothing deep and all of that. In fact, these people were like, you know what, Biggie, we might need some time to come back to you before telling you the people that we're bonding with and all of that. And then Biggie told them that after their diary session, it was okay for them to go and see what their condo, the head of house condo, what it looked like, and just be sure that they love what they see. And moments later, Big Brother had called them back into the diary room and handed them, a brief. Guys, this brief came like really late at night. Now, when they read the brief, it had stated that they are the head of house and they have the right to actually invite a pair as guests into the head of house condo. This is usual, right? Like, this is not something strange to us. But then the interesting part here is, before all of these things happened, Chinwe of the NDI group, that's the auntie, was sitting in the garden with the double K pair, with the Tammy pair, that's of course Toyosi and Damilola. They were just sitting in the garden and they were having a conversation, and Chinwe just kept on going on and on as to how she would never believe anything the twins said to her, the Mbadiwe twins said to her, because how is it that they couldn't even vote for them during the head of house ballot and all of that. Like, they kept on going on and on and on about it. And of course, Kelly Ray of the double K pair kept on telling her that, look, you don't have to take it personal, it's the game, blah blah blah. And she was like, well, it just was embarrassing to her. Like, there was 0 votes, nothing at all. And the guy was like, it's not even that deep. Damilola was telling her the same thing. Same thing Toyosi was saying. Like, babe, don't take it too serious. It's not even that deep. Perhaps they figured that you guys already had immunity. Like, it didn't make sense to now want to vote for you again. And she was like, but then they should have still voted. She kept on going on and was like, oh, even if they tell them to pick a pair that will be their guest, even if the Mbadiwe twins don't choose them, it doesn't really matter because she has already zeroed her mind. Blah, 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 blah. That in fact, even if they choose her, she might even say no because in the first place, she gets cold easily. Just trying to make up stories here and there. And I'm like, auntie, can you calm down? Can you calm down? I mean, I felt like the person that would even keep going on and on ranting and just whining, I felt like that would be Nne. But surprisingly, Nne handled it well. Now, this is not to say that Nne did not share the same sentiments as, Chinwe, but the problem here is Chinwe just kept on ranting and ranting. Okay, you already had a conversation with these twins earlier yesterday. You had a conversation with them. You asked them. They spoke to you. Like, why don't you just let it be? Why do you have to keep whining and whining and whining about it? Anyways, when it was time for the Mbadiwe twins to pick their guests, they went straight on to choose the custodians, which is obviously NDI, that's Nne and Chinwe, as their guests for the week. And the brief had said that the guests could sleep over if they wanted, they could eat there, but they must make sure not to bring any food from the head of house condo into the house. They must not take anything out of there. Whatever they see there, they should eat it there, enjoy it there. Nothing must come out of there, and vice versa, right? Like, so I'm like, Auntie, can you rest now? I mean, they have tried, they have picked you. It just like, I understand though, don't get me wrong. I know how painful that can be, but at this point, just let it be. Okay? Anyway, they chose them, and people are like, yay, because they're like, this is for loyalty's sake. They're returning the favor, because these girls actually chose them, because there was a tie, like I told you guys, between the Mbadiwe twins and the radicals. And of course, the custodians had the right to break the tie by choosing who they would like to be the head of house, and had gone straight ahead to pick the Mbadiwe boys. Now, the Mbadiwe boys were like, you know what, let's just go into the condo together. Let's go and see what the condo looks like and all of that. And so 4 of them, that is Ozzy, Osi, Chinwe, and Nne, the 4 of them went straight to the garden and, opened the door to the head of house lounge. And oh my goodness, that's a condo. Like, when Big Brother called it a condo, he knew what he meant. Because guys, it felt really cozy. The chairs, the lights, the stairs, the bed upstairs. Guys, it was really looking nice. And, there was a lot of food. Big Brother had given them small chops, like all kinds, with chicken and drinks and all of that. Like, they were really, really excited. And so they decided, okay, you people can even sleep here, because they had just one bed upstairs, right, for the pair. Now, if your guests decide to sleep, they might have to sleep on the sofas downstairs. So they were trying to figure out if there's a way to extend it, to turn it into a sofa and a bed, at the same time. But unfortunately, that was not possible. So they were like, yeah, we can sleep on the couch if we want to, and all of that. Now they decided, okay, let us eat our food, and have some conversation. That's so we start again. Auntie Chinwe started asking them, oh, but would you people have picked us if we were not this? Would you people have picked us? And these guys were like, why are you guys this hard to please? I mean, it's a game and we're trying to make up for it. Like, this is why we didn't pick you people. You people were already custodians. That's why we didn't vote for you people. Like, it's not even that deep. She's like, okay, but would you have done this? Would you have done that? Because this time around, anything people say to us is entering from here, is coming out from here. I'm like, madam, if you don't want to believe, leave it. Like, can you not stress me? Can you not stress me? You and Nne, can you guys just let this slide? And of course, at some point, they stopped talking about that. Then they started talking about the Mbadiwe twins and their dad, and how he's like the new provost VC, I mean, provost something VC for Nnamdi Azikiwe University, where Nne had graduated with a first class, So they started talking about other things, and I'm like, guys, like, I can't even be bothered about, the Indians and their wahalas again. Because these guys have tried to make up for it, and I feel like they have done their best. All right. Now, before all of this time here, in the evening period of yesterday, we saw some of the housemates gathered in the garden. They were having a conversation. Michky was there, one of the Mbadiwe twins, Ozzy, he was there. Fairme was there. Who else? Double K was there. And they were obviously talking about Double K, because, Michky felt like, there's no way you will tell me that you people are just friends. I feel like there's something more. You people are too close. You people are too this. And Kelly Ray was like, what do you mean by we're too close? Like, can't I be close to my best friend? I'm this close with my sisters. I'm this close with my nieces. Like, why is this strange? Why do people think that there's something else going on between myself and, Cassia? I mean, they're still playing the whole game of, we're not married, we're just friends, best friends for the past 5 years. So these guys had, questions here and there. And then Fairme was like, okay, let me ask you a question. Are you telling me that you have never had anything to do with Cassia, like intimately? This question was asked by these 2 people, Fairme and Michky. They really wanted to know. And then Kelly Ray was like, I didn't tell you people that anything has happened or anything has not happened. You people even know if I had asked her out before, and she said no. Like, you guys don't know. Just because we said we're friends does not mean this. Like, the guy was trying so hard to cover up their track, trying to make sure that they do not lose guard, because these guys were really, really pressing to know.
Have you ever had feelings for her? I see her. As in, not just friendship. I don't think I do anything now.
And Kelly Ray was just lying and lying. At some point, Cassia would join him, they would laugh, they would try to answer. And then Ozzy was like, guy, I understand what you're saying. Okay. According to Ozzy, it feels like sometimes when you see a guy and a girl as besties, right, there's a high chance that the guy probably asked the girl out and the girl said, oh, I'm not interested. And, for them not to ruin the friendship, the guy tries to, just suppress that feeling of, oh, I'm in love with you, or I'm attracted to you, just so that they can maintain a friendship. And if that is the case with double K, then that's not a problem. Like, they just wanted to know if it was deeper than that and all. I'm like, now later in the night, when the head of house had read out the whole brief about their condo and all, there was a part where double K were seated together, and Cassia was telling her husband, her bestie, that Toby actually came to her, to ask her why she's acting like a married woman. And I'm like, even Toby, to where they put pressure since don't they code say it be like say she didn't married. But like, the only thing he's not clocking is the person she's married to is in the house. He just feels like, babe, you're acting like a married woman. Every time I try to hug you, you're always giving me like this sisterly hug. You don't let me hug you. You're acting like someone who is married. Please tell me if you're married, so that people will not start talking about me somehow outside the house. I don't ever want to go out and then I'll start hearing, oh, I was chasing a married woman. I would never trust you again if that happens. Blah, blah, blah. They were just laughing about it. I'm like, hello, Uncle Toby, we're already talking about you. Whether you find out or you don't find out, we're already talking about you. So you might as well just play your game and play it well, right? Now, after they had done the whole head of house condo, going to see it and all of that, in that same brief, Big Brother had told them that they needed to play a game. And for Big Brother to use his hand to choose a game for them, it just meant that Big Brother was bored. Guys, this game started at 12:30 a.m. Okay, and even the housemates did not even know how to play the game. It was a game of two truths and a lie. So you have to come out as an individual. This one, you're not playing as a pair or anything. You're playing as an individual. It's just for fun. So when you come out, you make 3 statements. 2 has to be true and 1 has to be a lie. And of course, the rest of the housemates have to guess which statements are true and which statement is a lie. But then the only clause to this is your partner cannot answer, because we just assume that your partners are supposed to know these things about you. And guys, for me, they did not really take that game serious, because before they even started, before they even got themselves together and had an idea of what the game was about, like 30 minutes don't pass. Then they now started the game. They were just giving us very flimsy statements that were not really that deep. For example, Onyeka came out to say, oh, I'm a mom, my heart is beating for somebody in this house. And what was that her third statement? Now, apparently, the mom statement is her being a mom to a dog. Like, these things were not even that deep. When what's it called now? Oz or OC came out, it was like, oh, I went to law school here. I mean, his own still even made sense, because it was like, I went to law school in Lagos. I went to law school in Lagos. He mentioned 2 other statements, but the lie there was, I went to law school in Lagos. He didn't. His law school was in Abuja. That was the whole essence of the game. Biggie wanted them to tell us things about themselves, but then they still were not clocking it. They were still there doing, oh, my heart is this. And I was just like, I'm tired. Okay, like the whole essence of Biggie bringing this game up, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if at the time I clicked out, if it became a lot more serious, but the beginning was just really stressful for me. And I'm like, Betha, you just need to go to bed. But guys, let me know, did you follow through with the game? Was it at some point very interesting? Just let me know all of that in the comment section. Also, let me know what you think about this whole NDI situation within Mbadiwe boys. Like, tell me, do you think that they're overdoing it? I mean, it's a game. Like, for me, I think it's even logical that, oh, you already have custodian, let me vote for somebody else. But then I understand the loyalty part. And now these guys are trying to make up for it. Like, don't you think that should count for something? Like, I don't know. In fact, in the first place, why are you even trusting people in the house? It's a game. It's a game. No lose guard. That's what Big Brother said. No lose guard. No lose guard. Like, guys, just let me know what you think, okay? If you enjoyed watching this video, Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already, and of course I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.